Good afternoon, everyone. This is Vince over here at ABCDice. Trying a couple things. I believe some new mic. Hopefully, you can hear me out there. If you can't hear me, just let me know in the chat. But we're trying a new microphone. And to all those mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. My mother out there, I know she's out in San Antonio and Katy, so happy mother to her and all the other wonderful mothers out there. And so we're gonna have a crapless session today. So they will be crapless. You can participate on Crapsee. Just go to the live tab and you can join through there. And feel free to go out there. This is all just for practice. Again, this is all simulated, but I do have a new passion for crapless tables, especially when I can find them at $10. Here in so I'm over here in the Houston area, so the only places I get to go to is out there to Lake Charles, and we do have an event coming up with Texas Turnip Craps and possibly Texas Crap Shooters out there in Lake Charles in the end of May. You can look on our Facebook page, social media page, and you can see the actual dates will be out there. No any one specific casino will be hopping around from the Horseshoe to the Golden Nugget and La Berge. So again, this will be a crapless session today. There's going to be a countdown of 20 seconds. That was as soon as the roll comes after the roll is established, I'll start the timer. You'll have 20 seconds to get your bets in there instead of having to wait till I see most of the people actually give they're ready to their bets are placed. I'm going to give you a 20-second countdown. You'll see the countdown going out there, so hopefully you get your bets in on time. This will be a crapless session. On my table here, we do have a crapless layout, but it can only read up to the 6th number up here. The camera doesn't capture the other one, so if it goes anything below the 6, the aces, ace, deuce, 4, 5, you probably won't see the fuck, but I will mark it on the table. So again, this will be a crapless session. There's a $2,000 bankroll, $15 table. Most of the times I've gone to crapless tables, they're 15 or 25. When I can find them at $10 is my favorite, because I'll do $40 extremes and wait for one hit and then start buying numbers inside or placing the bets inside. So again, this is a crapless session. So hope you get your bets in there, bet accordingly. I like to bet as if I'm actually betting at the real casino. That way I get that practice in of how to place my bets, how to regress, and when to get out of the hand. So my goal is to try to get out of the hand as soon as possible. That way we're on the casino money, not on my own money. And again, I am using a new microphone. So if it's too loud, too low, let me know. I had some feedback last time around that the audio wasn't capturing well enough, so I placed a microphone. So if you can't hear me, let me know. So here we go. Hope you got your bets in on there. This one, I'm gonna start out with a 6, 5, 6, 2, and a weird dice combo set that I have to where I'm actually throwing the dice, but the dice are actually opened up. So I'm not doing the on par toss. I'm just trying it out. So here we go. That's a 2, 3, 5er. 2, 3, 5er. 5 is the point. So I'm gonna be trying also to let the camera zoom in once I do mark the numbers. Let me know if you don't like that zooming in feature. 2, 3, 5er. Let's see. If you don't like the zoom in, let me know and I'll just keep it steady. That way it's not zooming in and zooming out. So again, your feedback is greatly appreciated. It says little low on volume. Thank you, Joe Blow. Ciao Blow. My apologies. And the number was a 5. So it says the audio is a little bit low. So let me see. I think I can actually bump it up just a bit. Let me know how that is. Bumped it up just a bit. So I have a wireless remote here on the desk. Let's go extremes. So I bumped up the audio. Good afternoon, William. And thank you, Joe. I modified the audio slightly, Joe. Let me know if the audio is a bit better. Oh, there you go. Joe says better. Thank you. Appreciate it. I do listen to y'all's feedback, and I try to do as many things as I can. I got a couple other sound effects out there, so if the sound effects are too loud, too low, let me know. Or you just don't like them, or you think of something else. I built special effects also, so let me know. A little bit higher than I wanted to. That's a 5.6 yo. That is a 5.6 yo. Again, this is a crapless. This is crapless. Oh, sorry. I'm vertically challenged. I'm barely 5'5" on a good day, so I have to reach way up here. So again, see cameras in. Let me know if you do not like the zoom effect. Some people get motion sickness or there's too much motion. Feel free to let me know. Okay, 6562. We'll try to go for at least 75 rolls or an hour, whichever comes sooner. This is 2-6 easy 8. That is a 2-6 easy 8. So I'm trying to do multiple things at once. So time for me to start placing some numbers inside. We did get a hit on our extremes. We did get hit on our extremes. So here we go. Hopefully I get the countdown for 20 seconds. And I'm probably practicing a little bit more since we have the May event coming up in Lake Charles. We have a Lake Charles event coming up. Oh, 257 out. There's a primary hit. There's a primary hit exactly the front and back die. So 257 out. That was a very short roll. That was a very short roll. Not enough for me to get out of the hand. Not enough for me to get out of the hand on this one. 257 out. Camera doesn't want to behave. Oh, there we go. Finally zoomed in. Not a good hit. It's only 4 rolls. Not good at all. Not good at all for this Crapless session. 1990 enough to get out of the hand on this one. And 4 rolls is not going to do it unless you're a dark side better. Unless you're a dark side better. And sometimes I actually been laying numbers. Actually, my last Carnival cruise on Randy's, I was laying numbers and maybe an iron cross or just a 6 and 8, 1 or 2 hits and then off, and is leaving my lay bets on. More of a vertical set. The 3-5 easy 8, 3-5 easy 8. All right, let's go to the extremes. Go to the extremes. So it's a 3-5 easy 8. Moving one puck out of the way, getting the other one in here. There we go. Gotta get more rolls in here. 4 is not gonna cut it. 4 is not gonna cut this. And if possibly we'll be having some more of actually people driving in, and we're having some live streams with some actual participants in the area, whether it be Conroe, Woodland, Montgomery. There's a couple of people have been wanting to actually come in and do a practice session, a live practice session, and we'll try to do that. It's a 2-3-5er. That is a 2-3-5er. I like the amount of energy those dice had right there. Just enough to kiss the back bowling die is what I'm trying to do most of the time. But doesn't always happen, but that's what they're trying to energy, just enough for it to kiss the back bowling die. So it's 2-3-5. I'm probably gonna stop doing the zoom because it does take a little bit of work pushing buttons here and there, so I have the multiple buttons going on. All right. So here we go. Countdown. I'm using the 6-5, 6-2, but the dice are open from the back and the front of the dice are touching. So I'm trying to get a not in on axis. That's what we did. We crapped out last time with an on axis. 167. I'm getting a double pitch on the top die and an on axis or front and back. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So what I need to do is I need to correct this. So I started with the 6-5-6-2 and ended with a 6-1. So I'm getting a double pitch. So now I need to try to make some corrections. Or let's start laying some bets even on myself just to make sure I can get at least out of the hand. Okay. That's not good. That's not good. So my first crap out got a primary hit. I was using a 6-5-6-2 and it landed a 6-5-6-2. And then my second crap out, I got double pitch on top and back. So I'm doing primaries on the front and back. I'm probably just gonna roll them both over 5-1, 2-1 to see how that goes for me. Can't keep doing the same thing and expect something different. Can't be doing the same thing. Dark side, yeah, Javlo, go dark side. So often, right here, I do have two different colored dice, so I can kind of see what my dice are doing. At the real table, the dice are the same color, so it's very hard to understand unless you're really tracking the dice. So let me lay down my fingers a little bit more. That's a 5-6 yo. That is a 5-6 yo. Let me go grab the dice because I think it's one of them's hiding back there. Okay, this is crapless, so we are able to establish the point as a yo. Let me see if I can get it from back over there. Okay, 5-6 yo. Yo was the point. Remember, this is a crapless session, so it can be established as a point. Now, I'd be very careful how I'm betting here because I am getting very low roll counts. Getting very low roll counts. All right. And I'm doing a 5-1, 2-1. Hopefully, I'm trying not to change too many things. Same landing spot. Just rotating my dice because I was getting a double pitch top dice, the face values. Oof, horrible. 1-6-7. Whoever's on the dark side, congratulations, because I ain't getting nothing. So I'm about to go. And 6-1 right here. That's the front and back. The front and back. That is another primary hit. Well, actually, it was a double pitch. Not good. So let's change it up. This dice set that I'm throwing is not working. So I'm going to go with a par toss. Actually, power axis heavies toss, which is almost like the par toss, but no backswing. Because I'm not getting nothing with this dice set. Look, 3 crap outs in less than 13 rolls. And that's not doing any better. So don't be afraid to go to the dark side. Don't be afraid to go to the dark side. I'm going to go at all hardware set. A different throw. A different throw. Okay. Because the way I was throwing a while ago is not working. So can't doing the same thing and expect something different. Okay, 4-5-9er. 4-5-9er. I'm trying to change the dice combination, which I'm doing all hardware set, and hitting just to the right of the 6 and 8. That's what I'm doing. Try to do that correction. There's a 4-5-9er. So let me show you where I'm trying to hit the dice. I'm trying to land right in this spot. Before I was landing short, nothing was working, so I modified my landing spot. I'm using a hardware set, which I don't really like hardware sets. And I am gonna lay, honestly, I'm gonna lay the 4 and 10. I am gonna lay the 4 and 10. I'm gonna go into the extremes. And I believe 6 and 8 were hitting. I think one of the numbers were hitting. But I'm not afraid to lay a couple numbers on myself as an insurance. If I see that I'm getting numbers, then I'll probably regress. Hardware set. I believe Heavy's calling it the power axis or something like that. No backswing. It's on par toss, but no backswing. That's a 5-5 hard 10. That's puppy paws. I just got hit by my leg on the 5 on the 10. That is okay. I'm using a hard way set. There you go, 5-5. Let's see, got my hard way in there. So I am gonna parlay that. I am gonna parlay my hard 10. Normally I don't like the hard way set because if I am double pitching, that's gonna put a damper on things. Not too often with a hard way set unless I'm trying to figure out what my guys are doing. So again, hard way set, I'm trying to land right to the right of that 6 and 8. No backswing. 3-5 easy 8. 3-5 easy 8. Okay, that paid well. 3-5 easy 8. So I'm gonna press that 1 unit. So here we go. And my favorite spot, my favorite go-to spot is the actual stick left. But I've been trying to practice from stick right a bit more. I practice multiple spots, but for right now, I've been practicing a little bit more on the stick right. That's a 4-4 hard 8. That is a 4-4 hard 8. Another good hit. So the hardware set seems to be giving me primaries. I'm not too comfortable with it because I'm always scared of the double pitching. So I got 2 hits right there. I got 2 hits. Got a hard 10, 3-5 easy 8, and a hard 8. Hard 10, easy 8, hard 8. There we go. I'm using Heavy's toss, no backswing. Part toss with no backswing. I'm trying to aim for that 6 and 8. It's a 1-3 easy 4. Luckily, I did take my 4 down. 1-3-4. I had taken it as an easy 4. I taken my lay 4 down since I was hitting numbers. Because I only got hit on the hard 10. I laid my 10 and 4. I hit on the 10 and I took my 4 down, so I didn't get hit that bad. It was just one lay bet. But there's times that this happened to me at the table. I'm doing these dice set combinations and they're not working for me. And sometimes just a very simple hardware set or all 7 set or the dice set. Maybe it is like that. And then somewhere in the rolls, let's say I'm 12, 15 rolls in, all of a sudden the hardware set starts turning into a bunch of double pitching, and I have to go to a different dice set in the middle of the roll. So I try to make some small adjustments. 3-4-7, 3-4-7. That was a double pitch. That only got me up to 6 rolls. I'm shooting crummy today. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Just enough to put a dent in the bankroll. Not enough to make any money. Enough to put money in the casino's pocket, not my pocket. All right. That was actually because I was using the 6-5, 6-5. That's actually the dice rolled. They rolled over. They gave me in total it gave me a 6-4-3 because they were on the sides. All right, they were on the sides. So now I'm going to do the same toss, but I'm going to give it a whole lot more rotation on the dice. Make these dice actually rotate in the air more. Maybe 3 rotations before they hit. 4-5-9er. 4-5-9er. So I'm just trying to give just a tip to what is it that I'm doing. I'm trying to change one thing at a time. One thing at a time, that way, so I know if something is not right that I can try to correct a little bit. So I try to change 2 or 3 different things at once. I am going in on the hard way though, because I was hitting them. 4, 5, 9. Sorry for you out there. The dice are not coming, getting a bunch of good rolls, but it is what it is. It happens at the real table too. Okay, the point is 9. Again, I'm trying to use the hard way set and actually give the dice about 3 rotations before they actually hit the table in the air. No backswing. Ooh, 3, 4, 7. This dice on the side are the ones that are hurting me. They're hurting me. 3, 4, 7. Look at that. Just atrocious, horrible shooting. Horrible, horrible, horrible. 3, 4, 7. Let me look at the Crapsee. 3, 4, 7. Let's see the ones that have kicked my butt. 3, 4, 7. 1, 6. Horrible shooting for today. How atrocious. Probably on the dark side. Hopefully those are your laying every single number, you're making some money. So I'm trying to stay on the light side. An all 7 set. And I'm gonna rotate 1 die forward 1. Let me see how that does for me. That's something that does well for me. It started at, let me see, because we're not gonna get a 675 rolls. My 7 to roll ratio is horrible. We'll probably keep it an hour if I keep destroying the poor table like this. And I'll sit out on tables and passive. I'm not shooting well and give up the spot. Especially if I'm a stick left 1 or stick right 1 or stick left 1. Okay. There's a 4, 5, 9. There's a 4, 5, 9. So I went with an all 7 set, try to aim for the same spot, but I rolled 1 die, which is my left die, forward once. That's what I did. Sorry, you have to kind of go around the table to get these dice when they land way back there. People, don't be afraid to go to the dark side. If the shooter ain't shooting that well, and that is me right now, don't be afraid to go to the dark side. It's your money. You make your own money. Shooter doesn't make the money for you. You work hard for your money, so bet how you like to. Don't be afraid to go to the dark side. Do not be afraid to go to the dark side. I don't feel threatened when there's dark side players. Honestly, I don't actually get motivated by that. I want to try to beat them. But if they're winning, they're winning. Two, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5. Because I've seen some dark players come in and lay every single bet for 1 or 2 players, especially when they're Randies. And most of the time, they'll stay in the hook, way out there in the hook, and they'll bet very quietly, lay every number, black chip level, and they'll make their money. I'm out here struggling for a couple hours, and they come in right away, lay every single number. They see Randies shooting horribly, in and out. They made their money, and they're gone, which is good. Good for them. I tend to want it to like lay 1 or 2 numbers on Randies. And right now, my 7 to roll ratio is atrocious. 2, 4, easy 6. 2, 4, easy 6. That did hit the money. But that's my friend Heavy is. That dice did not act funny. I like Heavy saying, power axis craps Heavy. Wonderful, wonderful friend. And he has, if the dice hit the money, they act funny. I heard it from him in one of his birthday bash. Wonderful group. Wonderful group. Haven't seen Heavy in a while. Ever since, I think his birthday is the last time that I met with him. There was like maybe 70, 60, 70 people at his event. They had reserved 2 tables. It was very nice. Where was it? Was it in Vegas? I think it was in Vegas. It wasn't in Shreveport. It was in Vegas. Three five easy eight. 3 5 easy eight. Yeah, they had a lot of individuals. I like when Heavy has organizations or meetups with Premier Casino hosting. They're hosting wonderful events. Look at their page. They do also carnival on some cruising trips, and especially when they do meetups, they have reserved tables, sign up sheets. Very good individuals. I don't have that kind of time because I have my full time job, school, and the house to take care of. So I just participate when they have them. I don't host them. They do. They do a wonderful job. There's a 639er, 369er. That is a winner. We finally got a winner. That is a Nina. That was nice for a change. So what I did is I went to an all seven set and I rotated one die towards me once, rolled it forward because everything else wasn't working. Hardway set, big red set, the crazy sets that we're using, which is not working. So I went all seven set, which is 6 5 1 2, and I roll my left die forward, and it turns to a 2 6 1 2. That's what I've been doing because the previous rolls have been atrocious, horrible, horrible. I think Randy can do better than I could on the previous rolls. I do like the cruise line tables though, because they're 12 footers. Oof. 3 5 easy eight. 3 5 easy eight. One of them was a shorty. 3 5 easy. I like them because the tables are very short. I can do better on short tables. But the regular land casinos, they have a longer table, so that's why this table is a 14 footer. My table here is a 14 footer. Because if I want to play with the big boys, I gotta have the big boy toys. 3 5 easy eight. No point me having a short table, so I kind of stored away my 12-foot table and got this 14 footer. Got this 14 footer. There's a 14 feet inside playing field. I think it's 14 and a couple inches, but I'll just round down to 14. Oof, they rolled all the way back. 2 4 easy 6. I'll push the dice forward. Sorry that it rolled all the way back. I think I'm just throwing it a little bit too high. Should be a little bit lower than that. So 2 4 easy 6. 2 4 easy 6. So the same thing. Also with the dice, I was fortunate enough to be able to work with Huxley and get casino grade dice. I tried with the Amazon dice, but honestly, I dislike them because they're coming in different sizes, even though they have the same serial numbers at times. But if you really sense them and feel them, if you play it enough, you can kind of sense the dice are not even. So that's why the reason that I actually worked with Huxley and they were kind enough. A lot of back and forth, a lot of legal paperwork. 2 4 easy 6. 2 4 easy 6. Another easy 6. Another good hit. So casino grade dice, casino grade table. I did was fortunate enough to get a custom felt because these are my favorite place bets, but I only seen them at the Orleans, the place bet hardways. I love those. The place bet hardways. You put a nickel on it if they hit a parlay it next time go around. I should get paid 150. I'll parlay the $30 on the place bet hardways because that soft six or easy numbers, easy 4, 6, or 8, 10, even numbers will not knock you down. It still keeps your place bet hardway there. Pay a little bit less. It pays 5 to 1, but by all means, I love it. 2 hits and I can pay 150. 2 6 easy 8. 2 6 easy 8. That is a winner chicken dinner. We're finally getting numbers. There you go. 2 6 easy. 2 6 easy 8. All right, so come out, roll, bet accordingly. Bet accordingly. I haven't been laying numbers, honestly. I only laid it for the first couple rounds and I got hit. So I am getting numbers, so I haven't been laying numbers. I'm actually on the place bets. Come out, roll. That's a 4-5-9er. 4-5 Nina. There we go. So the point is 9. Move the dice in here. 4-5 Nina. I'm still down. Haven't pressed as heavy as I need to try to come back. Nina. We're still working on the inside numbers though. Have you seen we haven't gotten the outside? No extremes yet. No extremes yet. So I'm trying to land right there before the 6 and 8 now. Maybe shorter I wanted to. 4-4 hard 8. 4-4 hard 8. 4-4 hard 8. Whew. At the reach. Way out there. 4-4 hard 8. Alrighty. I'm gonna parlay that. Lay that. We're parlaying it. Still going with the 2-6-1-2. Again, there's a mutated 7 set. Some of them would call that mutated 7 set. Hit my spot, but it gave me a bad result. 2-5-7 out. That only took us to 12 rolls. 2-5-7 out. That was 2-5-7. That only took us to 12 rolls. Not good. I mean, we did get a couple of good hits. Only got us to 12 rolls here, but it is working. All right, let's try it once more. Let's see if that change actually did work for us. If that roll was working for us. Again, 6-5-1-2. So I got one of my bottom die, which is a 5. That one hit, and then the front die. That's the one that ended up in the result. Now I hit the spot right. I'll show you where I was hitting. Here's where the dice hit, right there. You can see it right here. Hard to see it. So let me not hit the spot again. Six, 5, 1, 2. Mutated 7 set. Actually 2, 6, 1, 2. I'm gonna try to hit right at the 6 and 8. 1, 6, 7. That's not the spot. It is a winning come out 7. That was a come out 7. So I hit right here. Gave me a bad result. I'm gonna try to aim for the ABCDice. Let me see if that works for me. So for those of you who are laying the bets, that one hurt. I believe our friends out there in Hawaii crap shooters call it a cookie monster. The cookie. Same 6-2-1-2. I'm just trying to land at a different spot. I'm trying to land at a different spot now. That 5-6 yo, 5-6 yo. So yo is the number. Remember, this is crapless. So I hit right here. So you can see it. I hit right there. So I was trying to aim for this. So again, at 5-6 yo, yo is the point. Yo is the point. So here we go. So let me go into the extremes. Actually, the insight numbers we're hitting. The insight numbers we're hitting. I did hit a hard 8. So let's see if we can hit that yo again. 6-5, actually 2-6-1-2. And I'm gonna try to aim for the same spot once again. Hit very close to the same spot. 3-6-9er. 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 Hit somewhere in here. Nina. So what I'm trying to do, trying to at least keep consistent. Not land all over the place. I'm trying to aim for the same spot as close as possible. Let's take that up. 35. Because I know a while ago we were hitting 5, 6, 8, and 9. That's all we were hitting. There's a 2-2 hard 4. 2-2 hard 4. Another good hit. And gonna press all my hard ways. I wasn't laying any numbers this time on myself because I was hitting points before. So I didn't want to get hit by laying the 4 or the 10. There's a 2-2 hard 4. That's a 2-6-1-2. That's a 2-6-1-2. I'm trying to aim for the same landing spot right into the side of ABCDice. Hit the same spot. 4-6-10. 4-6-10. 4-6-10. So the 4, I mean, this red die kind of landed way back where it hit. So I was trying to land right. That's where they landed. 4-6-10. Like I told you, I wasn't laying the 4s and 10s this go around because I was hitting numbers previously on the previous roll with this dice set. So I kind of stayed away from laying numbers. All right, here we go. Trying to land in the same spot. Volume seems a little bit low. Crapping camper. Maybe I need to speak up a little bit. Here we go. 3-4-7. 3-4-7 out. I landed where I wanted to. Landed right on the line, and it gave me a 3-4-7 out. 3-4-7 out. I only got a 6 roll. You've seen that before. Horrible rolling. Like 1 or 2 hits and get the heck out of the hand. And 2 of those numbers weren't not numbers that I had placed because I was doing on the extremes and only the insides. It was just horrible rolling today. Sorry for those of you out there listening in or watching. Today is just not a good roll day. It's all right. Let me see. I'm gonna take half a step over to the left. Half a step over to the left. Sometimes just moving a little bit makes a difference. Sometimes just moving a little bit makes a difference. So let me go back to the which, where was it? 6-5, 6-1. I'm sorry, 6-5, 6-2. Opening the dice. Let me see if half a step to the left does something different for me. 156, 1-5 easy 6. So I'm trying to hit right here. Right here's where I'm trying to hit. 1-5 easy 6. 6 is the point. 6 is the point. 1-5 easy 6. There we go. Let me see if I can get something here. We were hitting 6s before. Yeah, I think I've entered into. Volume seems a little bit low. Let me know if the volume is still low, camper. Let me know if the volume is still low. Using 6562. I'm using the weird open dice toss that I've been playing around with. A little bit further than I wanted to. 2-6 easy 8. 2-6 easy 8. 2-6 easy 8. There we go. Honestly, I felt a little bit more too much energy behind those dice. I kind of threw it harder than I wanted to. Gave us a good result, but threw it a little bit harder than I wanted to. 6-5, 6-2. Oof, 3-4-7. Horrible. Atrocious. I did hit right here, and it still gave me crappy numbers. And the same outside dice hit me. 3-4-7 out. Sorry, folks, for watching out there. I'm not having a good roll today. I'm not having a good roll today. It is hurting the bankroll big time. But you do have rebuys. You do have rebuys. You do have some rebuys out there. All right. The 6-5, 6-2 is giving a 3-4 punishment. So let me use. I'm gonna use cross 6s, 6-5, 6-4. That way, like, it should not punish me. Those 3-4 should not punish me. 6-5, 6-4 is what I'm doing right now. 6-5, 6-4. See how this behaves. 4-6-10. Using the 6-5, 6-4. 4-6-10 is the point. Remember, this shooter has not been rolling past. I think I got like one roll in the teens. The rest of them been like under 6 rolls. Under 6 rolls is what I've been shooting. Sounds better. Messed around too much on the Crapsee and blew my money. Just listening now and I start a Crapsee table and practice some low bankroll stuff. I believe there's some rebuys in there, camper. I appreciate you tuning in. My apologies that my rolls have been shitty and kind of taking it out of the game real quick. Took you out of the game real quick. I apologize about that. Not what I'm trying to do. Not what I'm trying to do. Honestly, pretty much, I probably would be passing the dice if I was at the real table. And, or at least I would have probably hit my bankroll right about now. My loss limit, and I would have been out. Taking a break. So 1-3-4. 1-3 easy 4. 1-3 easy 4. So I'm not afraid to pass the dice and just get out of the spot and just maybe try to see if I can salvage something on another shooter. I'm not trying to be the knight in shining armor. There's times that just there's nothing I can do other than go take a nap, go get something to eat, go take a break. I love going to the hot tubs because it helps me relax and then come back and try to see if I can do something. There are days that just nothing. It's like I'm oil and water. Wherever I place my money is with the dice are hitting the opposite of where I'm trying to bet. So those days it's time to take a break. Because I love cruising, because I can go do some other activity and come back the next day. There's a 2-6 easy 8. 2-6 easy 8. You've seen that one before. One thing I love about cruise lines is you're stuck with a certain amount of people on the vessel, and not everybody is a craps player, and that helps me at least to kind of be able to see, okay, this person shot very well, because I keep logs. No, I was my fault. Used my rebuys. 3, I have passed the dice plenty of times. Yeah, and that's kind of what I like going on cruises, because there's a limited number of people, and I can kind of see who they are. I keep logs. I actually write them down. I don't think I have a log here with me. Oh, there we do. So I'll keep logs like this. Maybe you can see it on the camera, and actually write down the players, and I can kind of recall. At the beginning of the cruise trip, I probably call him Randy with a cowboy hat or something like that, just to remember who it is, the faces, or I'll ask their name. And then by the end of the cruise, I know them by name, and I know exactly kind of maybe how they're shooting, or they're shooting different. That's a 459er, 459er. Because the line casinos, you have people coming in and out and learning who they are, how they're shooting. Sometimes they're in only for maybe with $100 bankroll and just can't even shoot very well or shoot poorly. The land casinos, you get a bunch of people just coming in and out. Unless it's the $25 tables, and not many people join on those. 6-5, 6-4. I'm still doing that. And I'm trying to hit on the field zone right there on the other side of the where it says 12 pays double. So here's where I'm trying to hit before they hit the table there, and then go do their own magical thing and hit the back wall. That's where I'm trying to land. And honestly, I've been finding at least a couple of good shooters every trip we had. I was fortunate enough. I did not shoot. I forgot. I think his name was Isaac. He had a 69 roll. 69 rolls. I logged every single one of his rolls. I was fortunate enough to see every single one of his rolls. There's a 2-4 easy 6. 2-4 easy 6. And that was actually beautiful, because I had to require a rack to actually take the chips to the cage. Camper, you're from Georgia. I am from H-Town over here in Houston, Texas. I'm in Houston, Texas, North Houston. I am in Houston, Texas. I've been to Georgia. I was stationed there back in the early 2000s. I was stationed in Fort Bennings. I was stationed in Fort Bennings for a while. Honestly, one of my favorite places is Germany. I actually just to go visit. I love the castles. I never got to see the castle in Neuschwanstein, the Disney castle. But to travel, I was designed for tropical places, sandy beaches, and mai tais in clear blue water. That's a 4-4 hard 8. 4-4 hard 8. Here in Galveston, unfortunately, we do have murky brown water. So once you get spoiled with beautiful clear blue water, you really don't want to go in the murky water once again. Got a couple of things out there, the Keem up here, and a couple of beautiful things. Fishing, a lot of people love fishing. It's got its perks, but the water is not one of my faves here in H-Town. Murky water is not one of my favorite things. But we do have Galveston here, and because we have Galveston, we do have a couple of cruise lines coming right straight out of Galveston, so I do that often. All of my friends have been asking me to go to California and then Mexico to go play craps. 3-4-7 out. Only got to 7 roll. Look horrible. Again, the 3-4-7. Let's kick my tushy again. Now the Mexico one, I don't honestly want to go play to Mexico, just because my friends are asking me to, because they say that they bring you food and chairs and right there next to the table and play craps. But the way I like to bet, I'm not used to betting in pesos. Although they say the atmosphere is a whole lot better. 347 out. 347 out. So they say they bring you food and a chair and a bunch of other things out there. What do you got? Fort Bennings, thanks for your service. Thank you, camper. Yeah, I was in the service. I am a combat veteran. I've seen combat in the front lines. I don't sleep too well, honestly. I don't sleep too well. Honestly, since I came back, I don't use watches. I don't use watches. I don't have alarm clocks. I haven't had the need to use them. They tell me I need to be wake up at 2 in the morning, go do something, or 4 or 5, 3 in the morning. I'll be up, and most of the times, before the alarm clock. So I don't use alarm clocks. I know it may sound weird, but I don't use alarm clocks. 167 is a come out 7. It is a come out 7. I'm missing something here on my chat. My apologies. Let me see if I can see something. It is a come out 7. Oh, sorry, I rolled one of the dice over. The blue die was a 1. The come out 7. I can tell you my 7 to roll ratio is atrocious. One story I'll tell you. I'm not gonna get in trouble. I'm out of the service for quite some time. We actually found a couple of things out there. One of them was like, actually, we're messing around. I don't think Uncle Sam's gonna do anything to me now. Which I don't care either. 167. I think we're using all 7 sets. Rotating one die. We were messing around, dropping some payloads in areas, restricted areas where Department of Defense let us in. They told us don't go somewhere. You think us older listened? Nope. We did. We did. I'm actually do a backswing. Let's see if I can do something with a backswing. It look beautiful. It's on par. 2-6 easy 8. I'm using again that mutated 7 set. And we went in there. We were messing around, and MPs. We see the dust trails coming our way. We hightail it. Go back to where we were. MPs came and chased us, or actually chased where in the heck we were messing around with. Uh-oh, we got a problem over here. Hold on. Let's see. 2-6 easy 8. And the MPs went in to see what the heck we were messing around with. And we hightailed it. It didn't catch us. Again, we were bored, going on missions 3, 4, 5, 6 days, not doing a thing other than going on missions and getting shot at and all kinds of tracer rounds flying over your head. And we went to go look for some souvenirs and a couple of doodads out there because they actually just got up and left. That's everything. Had their food, dishes, utensils, everything. They just got up and left. Well, long story short, we didn't find anything but just a couple little trinkets because we didn't have enough time to look around and stuff. But the MPs did. They found the gold bullion blocks right after us in the same warehouses because we were snooping around, and they said, "What are these guys looking at?" They did more. They had more time and more for investigations of what the heck we were messing around with. And I guess somewhere in those areas there was gold bullion blocks. 5-5 heart 10. The reason I know that is because they right after that they're saying, "Well, get the heck out of here. Go back to your base." Let me enter it because I entered incorrectly. Nope. My apologies. Give me a moment. I need to correct that. We went and straight to the chow hall because our base was in Kuwait. So we went straight to the chow hall to get a warm meal. Not even a shower, just all dusty, full of sand, and we looked like Casper the Ghost. All you can see is our little beady eyes. Everything else was plain, dusty, and that tan color white sand. And we saw it on the news. Hey, those are the warehouses we were at. Like, yep. Dude, they just said they found a bunch of gold bullion there. It was funny. Never found anything like that. We didn't. They did. That was one of my stories. A bunch amongst many others. I don't know if I did a backswing. I don't think I was doing a backswing, was I? I don't think the last roll. I don't think I did a backswing on the back on the last one. There's the backswing, and it kicked my butt. So for dark players, hopefully you're banking. I know my friend Bob with 1-0. He's a dark side player. If you're making a killing, because my bankroll is down to 274 out of 2,000, but I'm also chatting and throwing. There should be no excuse though. 257 out. 257 out. So again, I'm shooting horribly. So I'm giving you the heads up. Bet, practice your dark side betting right now. Practice it. I know you're hoping to get a good roll, but honestly, I'm telling you, I'm getting some horrible rolls. Or practice your dark side betting. This is what Crapsee is for, so you can practice it. And I'm trying to make only small change, one small change at a time. But if I'm crapping out very shortly, practice your dark side betting right now. It's free. You have a guaranteed shooter that shoots crappy right now, and that's me. That's one of my stories out in Iraq. Got plenty of those. That's a 5-5 heart 10. So on this dice set, I'm using the mutated 7, but what I did is I rotated the opposite dice. The right dice, I rotated it forward. I'm getting much more rotation. So me on this end, I'm actually trying a couple little things. Again, I'm practicing. I'm shooting horribly. I'm shooting horribly. I don't think I have enough bankroll. Yes, I can rebuy. Normally, I would not be this deep in the hole. I would not be that deep in the hole right now, but I am on the Crapsee app at least. At the real table, I'm not gonna lose that kind of money. So we're now using the 6-5-5-1 with the backswing, which makes the dice rotate more. 2-6 easy 8. 2-6 easy 8. One thing that we were out there in Iraq was when they actually changed to the new, I think it was the new $20 bills at that time. I'm dating myself, but you look, I think at that time they had the new $20 bills from the old style, and the Iraqis were buying those $20 bills from us because I had a bunch of old $100 bills. I think we still see one of those every now and then. The old $100 bills before they had that little, was it hypercolor security feature? So some of you Googling out there, yeah, that was when I was in the service. 3-5 easy 8. 3-5 easy 8. Fortunately, I got two beautiful boys that have actually joined the service. 3-5 easy 8. Kevin is in the Air Force, and then Richard is in the Marines. He's stationed in South Korea right now. He's stationed in South Korea. So he loves it. He's going to places that I was not lucky enough to go visit in the service. He was stationed in Okinawa and then went to South Korea. He loves this stuff. And big, tall, handsome boy. The only thing I told me was have fun, be safe, do what you gotta do, take care of the mission, and don't come back married. Don't come back married. AC Doocy. AC Doozy down there. Yeah, my boy. He went out, tried to do things on his own, working here in the States. A couple of jobs. I think the last one was Home Depot or something like that. And he said, Pops, things are not working here. What can I do? Well, here's a shortcut, but you have to do a little investment of your time. Go to service, see if you like it. Do 4-6 years. You'll save some money. You get to travel. The only thing I told Richard is don't, even Kevin too, don't come back to Texas. Whatever base you get, choose any base outside of Texas. Go explore the world, see what you like, see different things, cultures and behaviors and food. Sure enough, he did. 257 out. 6 rolls. Look at that. Horrible. Well, 5 rolls. I have to do a rebuy to try to stay in the at least rolling. We're at 54. We said we're gonna take it to 75, and I'll take it to 75. Even shooting crummy, I'll take it to 75, and then we'll call it a night. Sorry for shooting horribly, but again, please practice your dark side betting. I'm telling you, I'm shooting horribly right now. So if I'm shooting horribly, I'm not consistent. Practice your dark side betting. Please practice your dark side betting. The 7-to-roll ratio is horrible. All right, so come out roll. Yeah, so Richard is he sent me pictures because I haven't been fortunate enough to go to Japan, so I did want to go to Okinawa. But he got transferred to South Korea before I can go visit him. I was hoping to go this year because I believe Houston have an airport right by where I live, Bush Airport, and they now have flights to Japan. 5-6 yo. We established yo as the point. This is dangerous for me because I think we've hit it twice and haven't been able to get anything consistently. But it is a crapless table, so we do establish yo as a point. Yeah, he's one of my bucket list items is go to Japan and see the beautiful fields of, I believe, the cherry blossom trees. So he sent me pictures of him out there in the cherry blossom fields. Beautiful that my boy gets to see something that his dad has not seen yet. But I do cruise a lot. Carnival Cruise Lines, I cruise at least maybe 5 or more times a year. 5 or more times a year. Aces in both places. We did get aces. So I am going to buy my aces. Because again, this is crapless. So I don't know if it's going to do anything. So what I did is I went with a 6-5, 1-2, which is an all 7 set, and I rotated my right die back, so it ends up being a 6-5, 2-6. 6-5, 2-6. Again, I haven't been rolling past 6 rolls, 5, 6, and 7s. So again, dark side betting. But maybe this does something for today. I am getting a backswing. I am doing a backswing on this one. Ooh, it's another shorty. Sorry, pit boss. I'm not trying to avoid the back wall. That's a 1, 2, 3. There's a 1, 2, 3. I think there's a horn back to back. I'll get ahead of it and try to apologize to pit boss. I'm not trying to, or stick or hook, wherever's out there. I'm not trying to avoid the back wall. Look, I apologize. And sometimes they'll go out and still tell me, Vince, you got to hit the back wall. Like, yeah, tell me what you got to say. Pit boss is watching over Stick. Stick says, I'm going to tell me, hey, Vince, I got to tell you this because pit boss is looking at me, or boxman is looking at me, or woman. And they got to hear me tell you this. I know you're not trying to avoid the back wall, and I completely understand. So it doesn't get in my head. At least that doesn't. What does get under my skin is when they're saying like you got to hit the wall harder. That one does bug the bejesus out of me. So I try to not to get affected. AC Doocy once again. That is 3 horns in a row. There's another good hit. AC Doocy. That's 3 horns in a row. So those of you that parlayed that horn, congratulations. Maybe that will get us out of the big huge hole we have right now. Because we are in a big hole. I had to do a rebuy just so we can keep going till 75 rolls. Yeah, like I'm not quite sure what they mean by hitting the wall harder. Just hitting the wall. Just hitting the wall. How hard did you want it to hit? That's a 369er. 369er. That's a neener. That is a neener. But most of the time, the casinos have been kind. Every now and then, I believe, was it Nassau? No, it's not Nassau. What was it? There was one casino that just disliked us. They were trying to rush. Literally, like the place bets had not been played out, and I guess we were hurting the casino. We were hurting the casino, or at least the bankroll for the casino that day. And the place bets had not been placed. I mean, so they had not been paid out, and they already were pushing the dice to me to get to shoot. Honestly, the place bets have not been completed. The players still collecting the money, and the dice was right here in front of me. And the pit, the box man, okay, right, shoot, go for it, shoot. The dice are there, shoot her. That was frustrating. That was frustrating. 257 out. See, 6 rolls, 6 rolls. So normally on my logs, if I know I'm doing the 6 rolls, normally I would change my dice set on that specific 6 roll, which I haven't been doing. I have not been doing. I've been going at it. I've been going at it. All right, 15 more rolls. I promise you 75 rolls, even if I'm shooting crummy and I'm a man of my word. I am gonna shoot to 75 rolls, even I'm shooting crummy because it is what it is. I'm not trying to hide something that today I'm just not shooting well. I'm not trying to only put on the live feed that only the magical rolls are the ones that you should have. Like I'm human and I can shoot shitty just like everybody else. There's days that I just can't catch a break. I try to be more consistent. Try to be more consistent. There is one weird toss that I saw a gentleman do. So let me do this. He was using the hard way set, and again, I don't often do this. I saw him do it and hit the hard ways on both sides of the table. Let's see, here we go. I'm actually gonna get something so it's very humid today here in Houston. So I'm gonna use this little magic dust to see so the dice doesn't stick in my hand. And hopefully on these 15 rolls we get him out of this shooter. And let me see the hard way set. He would grab them with both these fingers. He would feel that the dice are even. And he would actually, and these are not even my dice. These are actually Amazon dice. And he would just make sure that he would feel it even, and he would just throw them without spin. He would just open them up, and they're both kind of flying through the air. That's what he was doing. Let me get actual ABC dice, because these dice are the Amazon ones. I'm not saying that they're anything special, but the casino grade dice. What the fudge? Let me have a bunch of dice in here. Which I do, but they're not ABC dice. All right. Let me use these pair of blues. They're not going to be unique colors. These are going to be the same colors because these are casino grade. These are serial numbers 0029. These are brand new dice. These are brand new dice. Hardway set using the finger pinch weird toss. I'm calling that what he did. And then he would just throw them right over there where that puck was at, on the off puck. Let me see if that works. The 369er. So I'm experimenting. I am experimenting, but I'm telling you what experiment I'm doing. So I saw him do it, but he was a much taller gentleman, and he stayed very low to the table. He was staying very low to the table when he was doing this weird toss. He was actually over the table. Oh, sorry, I didn't show you the dice. 369. Yeah, he was doing this weird shot, and it worked for him. But he was literally leaning over the table, and his elbow was on the felt. And using the 6-5, 6-5, and those dice were flying with no rotation, just like a choo-choo train, one behind the other. He was using his middle finger and his thumb to pinch the dice, and then his index finger just to feel as if they were actually even enough. They weren't one higher than the other. It was weird what he was doing. It was weird. 4-6-10, 4-6-10. Something 4-6-10. I'm sorry, I'm missing a number here. Anti 369 or system 369, and then 4-6-10. Yeah, I forgot his name. I would have to look at my logs because I do keep logs when I'm out on cruises. And I think it was a December 27th to January 6th trip or January 5th. I think it was a 6th. And he had this weird toss. I had never seen it before. Hard way set, two finger pinch, very low to the table, and he just pushed him into that hook. But I saw him. I was on there on both of his hits. I was actually on the ATSs, and I was able to collect on just on his hit. But it was 2 different days. One from stick left and one from stick right, where he was using this toss. I'm not saying it'll work. I'm just showing what he was telling, what he was doing. 4-6-10 again. That is a 4-6-10. That's another 4-6-10. That was another good hit. Remember, this shooter was shooting crappy. He couldn't get past 6 rolls. So I'm just giving you a heads up. I was giving you a heads up what the shooter was doing. The 7-to-0 ratio is like a 4.5. Atrocious. Atrocious, atrocious. But it was weird. And normally I keep my logs for every trip that I have, and I go back to them. Sometimes I can sneak a little video clip. I can kind of play back and come back to the house and try to replay the same toss that they were doing and try to see if I can replicate it. So this was the one that I saw from him. Oh, hit the puck. 1-3-4. 1-3-4. But he was a much taller gentleman, probably over 6 feet. 1-3-4. So he had a much larger arm reach, but he was still leaning over the table, and his elbow was on the table when he actually was launching the dice. He would come up a little bit and just float him into the back wall. But, I had never seen that toss before, so it was interesting. I don't think I got a video clip of that toss, but I did get pictures of him. So on my Facebook page, I do have it. I forgot what the gentleman's name was. That was the beginning of this year. That's an AC Deucey. That's an ace deuce. AC Deucey. Here we go. And this is a Crapless session, so if you have money on that on those streams, you got paid out. You got money on those streams, you got paid out. I'm down in the hole. I'm down 1,600. I'm down 1,600. But again, I wouldn't be down that much at the low table. But in due fairness and transparency, that's how much I'm down right now. I'm using the weird gentleman's toss, like a finger pinch and a hard way set, and just floating them into the back wall. 3-4-7. That didn't work for me. 6 rolls. There we go. 6 rolls once again. That 6 rolls has been atrocious for me. And I'm giving you a heads up. 3-4-7. 6 rolls. If you look back on the Crapsee log, 6 rolls, 6 rolls, 6 rolls. And I haven't been able to get past that. So we've got 9 more rolls to go. So I'm going to go with the Randy set. I'm going to use a chopper. Again, I'm gonna use a chopper. Not that it's gonna do anything because I've been shooting horribly, but I'm gonna try the chopper. I'm gonna go with a, which normally is like a 6-5-1-2, and I rotate the dice inward one. So it's gonna be a 5-1-6-5. I'm gonna use a chopper, and I'm gonna try to land. I'm telling you what I'm trying to land in. I'm gonna try to land right here with a pass. Hopefully, right there where it says pass. That's what I'm gonna try to hit. So again, these are the chopper. Everything else been atrocious. I haven't been able to get past rolls, so just keep that in mind. This is why I like writing the logs down, especially something like this, because I can kind of see patterns, even on myself. Like, hey, Vince, you can't get past 6 rolls. Do something on the 6th roll. At least do something different. So chopper using 5-1-6-5 using a chopper. 5-1-6-5. Came all the way back here. 1-3-4 is the point. 4 is the point. 1-3-4. So let me move this back. Ace and the 3. You won't see the puck on marked as on the 4, but you'll see it. And I'm trying to hit right here using the chopper set. That's what I'm trying to do. Five one, 6-5. 5-1-6-5. Let's see if I get anything going, because all these I'm at, I think this is 15 shooters is probably the 14th shooter. And out of those previous 13s, nothing's been good. But I do feel the dice are a different scale right now. 3-6 Nina. That's the Nina. That is the Nina. And normally, again, I'll be honest with you, I'd be sitting back, going somewhere else. One of the biggest things that kind of hurts me is whenever I take a break, go to dinner on a cruise ship, go to whatever it is, and they come back. Man, we just have the most amazing roll ever. Like, don't tell me, please don't tell me. We gotta let them have their moments. People have a great time. Fortunately for me, I was able to get an Isaac's roll. I've never rolled 69 rolls in my life. 50s, yes. Six. Oh, a little bit far on the left. 4-4 hard 8. 4-4 hard 8. Got a hard 8. 4-4 hard 8. Yeah, he had an amazing roll. Enough to where I had to get a tray to carry the chips back onto the cage. Just off of his roll. Just off of his roll. And unfortunately, I believe another gentleman actually mentioned, hey Vince, one thing that I saw that in that picture, other people didn't have that many bets. And honestly, I hadn't paid attention because I was so focused on my own money that some people they only had like 15, $20, 30 at the most, not even green chip level in 69 rolls. And somebody didn't even have place bets. They were just taking up space at the table and they're playing the fields. That was horrible. 6-6 box cars. That is 6-6. Yeah, they were bidding atrociously. Now I used to be one of those players where I didn't take advantage of a very good roll. I did not take advantage of a very big roll. But this time I did. This time I did. Not as crazy as probably I should have. But yeah, he hit the ATS, he hit the talls twice, he hit the smalls twice, all in the same roll. Now the ATS you can't hit twice on the Carnival Cruise Line. They'll allow you to press up the talls and press on the smalls, but you can't get back on the ATS. That's a 3, 4, 7 out. We finally are out. 5 rolls. Look at that. Oh, 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 oh. Typical of my shooting today, making barely up to 6 rolls is typical horrible shooting. Look at that. Made it barely to 5 rolls. Yeah. I've been shooting atrociously, so this will be the last shooter. So, folks, sorry for horrible, horrible shooting today. It's been horrible. I'll be truthful and transparent and honest. I've been shooting crummy. Horrible. Will be the last shooter. For those of you who hung in there, thank you, thank you. For those of you who practice the dark side betting, congratulations. I kind of stayed on the dark side because I was kind of betting on the pass line, stuff like that. But yes, I've been shooting horrible. I don't think I've been making. I think only 1 roll was in the teens. Everything else was like a 6 or lower. Let me see, because these dice feel funky. Let me go. They feel different sizing. It's just me, but I have a tendency of being able to feel the dice are different size. And these are Amazon dice. The other ones were the ABC dice. Because I'm doing a chopper shot, and it is beating up on the dice. This is why I use the Amazon crummy dice. Same chopper shot. Still feel hard. It still feels different when I stack them on top. Feel different size. Right, here we go. 459. I like how they hit. I like the rotation that it had on it on that chopper. All right. Oof. My bankroll's horribly in the red. 4-5 Nina. Again. Be careful. I've been shooting horribly today. So bet accordingly. Practice your dark side betting. This is the time. You can practice it using the 5165 chopper and trying to get over there where it says pass. Because you can make money on the dark side if you bet accordingly. 1-5, 1-4-5er, 1-4-5. That's one thing I love about Crapsee Chuck out there. I think he's from Canada. At least that's what the information that I've obtained. I like the Crapsee app. I honestly do. It helps me understand where I'm weak on my betting strategies, where I'm strong, when I started losing money, and you can easily see other people's betting strategies. You can see other people's betting strategies to see if where they're making money. They're not trying to just get up in the leaderboard. They're actually practicing on their bets, and I learn like that. All right. 4-4 hard 8. That is a 4-4 hard 8. Four hard 8. I am parlaying it. I am parlaying that. Actually, there was another gentleman on New Year's trip that he was betting green chips 25 at least on all the hard ways, and even black chip level a couple of times. And wow, I don't got the cojones to bet that crazy, but he did. I've seen him hit many of them. Even the come out rolls, he would be working like that. He also lost a lot of money, but at the end of the trip, he said he was up a lot. And that was just a crazy bet. I don't bet money like that. It's too reckless for me. But it was a good thing that it worked for him. 1-3-4, 1-3 easy 4, 1-3 easy 4. That's why I like going to Vegas because there is the Orleans and a couple of spots. But at least the Orleans has the place bet hard ways. I'll start with 555 on all my even numbers. 4, 6, 8, and 10 for a nickel on the place bet hard ways. The first time it hits, it is going to pay 5 to 1. So I have $5 on there, I'll parlay it. And then next hit would pay me 150. I love it. I honestly love the place bet hard ways. I don't even do center line bets anymore because it pays so well. I think they have the fire bet or the repeater. They have the repeater. They don't have the ATS. There's a 1-5 easy 6. 1-5 easy 6. 1-5 easy 6. So if things stay consistent, this should be my crap out roll. I haven't been able to get past 6. I think maybe just once. But I'm not trying to change anything. I'm just trying to do the same consistent thing. I know we promised you 75 rolls, and we'll see you're watching. Thank you very much. Again, Dark Side Betters, congratulations. I stayed on the place bets, and I got my butt chewed. But we'll go as long as the shooter keeps shooting. It is hitting the spot that I like. 4, 6, easy 10. 4, 6, easy 10. It is 10 easy. Because I think out of all these 15 rolls or 15 shooters, only one of them has been in the teens, and everything else has been below 7. 5, 6s, and maybe a couple 7s. I think most of them have been. But normally by this time, it's time for me to call it a night at the real table. That is a 5-6 yo. That is a 5-6 yo. That is a yo, and we are playing Crapless. We are playing Crapless, so you have your place bet on that yo. It did hit. I'm a crazy fool, and I believe Lady Luck's gonna tease us and give us midnight. I mean, sorry, aces. She'll give us aces because we need a midnight. Because we need a midnight, she'll give us aces. I'm using the 5165. 5165. Using the chopper landing over there where it says pass. 145. 145. Horse and buggy. Horse and buggy. So I'm taking my 5 from 35 to 75. That's what I'm doing. Taking my 5 from 35. I'll do a full press, parlay, whatever you want to call it, and take it from 35 straight to 75. Start to collect the black chip. That's a 4-5 Nina. That is a 4-5 Nina. That is a winner. That is a winner. That is a Nina. So here I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a 6-5, 1-2, which I'm hoping for a double pitch. The reason I got the 1-6 on top is because I'm doing an all 7 set. And I'm hoping one of those dice double pitches. It's gonna be a drop shot. right before, and I'll point with the stick where I'm gonna try to hit, because I want that diamond to actually make one of those dice double pitch. So sometimes they'll give me a midnight, and sometimes they'll give me aces. But I'm gonna land right here. Let me see, does the camera capturing? Yep, camera's capturing. So right here is what I'm gonna try to land. It's a drop shot, no rotation. Try to see if I can get either an aces or a midnight. I'm gonna tell you what I'm about to do, and I only will do this on the come out roll when I'm at the real table. Only in the come out roll. Just to try to see if I can get one of those dice to double pitch. No rotation. I'm grabbing all the way in the bottom. Try to see, even standing on my tippy toes, and just try to drop them in the back. See if I can get a horn number, preferably one of those being the midnight. Fell short. 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. So the point is 4. The point is 4. And then I'll go back to my regular dice set. I'll go back to the chopper. It hit here. I was a couple inches short. 1, 3, 4. I was a couple inches short. So I'll go back to the 5, 1, 6, 5 back to the chopper and just try to see if I can get numbers. I'm not trying to chase the ATS. If it hits, it hits. But I'm telling you what I'm doing. That's kind of what I do at the roll table. Just to be transparent. Normally when I'm at the roll table, I don't have time to chat and tell people what I'm doing. I really, really focus in when I'm trying to land and hit. There's a 3, 4, 7 out. I can see it way back there on the other side. That's it. That's all she wrote, folks. 3, 4, 7 out. 3, 4, 7 out. That only got 11 rolls on here. Crummy shooting today. Crummy shooting. But thank you for tuning in. I know some of you out there were joining us. I believe 10 out of 31. I believe, let's see who are out there. We got Crazy Waylon at 866. Coffee Land at 751. We got Stick Shaker at 609. Chemo at 524. Justice Jen at 86. And Mike 847 at 35. Those are in the greens. And after that, we got Watch 420 all in the red. And I'm way deep in there. I'm way to the 2000. But again, top shooters: Crazy Waylon 23, 866. Coffee Land 751. Stick Shaker 609, Chemo 524, Justice Jen 86, and Mike 847 at 35. So in Crapsee, if you actually look at the rolls and click on the rolls on the actual outcome roll, 15 rolled 50 times and it's rolled horribly. My 7 to roll ratio is at 482, atrocious. But click on Crapsee on the roll, click on the actual player, and you can see where their chips are at, and they can show you how they stayed in the green while I ended up in the red. So again, it's a really how it happened. It was horrible shooting today. Hopefully, we'll have another session probably tomorrow. But I need to dial it in. I really need to dial it in because Texas Crap Shooters and Texas Turn Up Craps will have an event coming up in Lake Charles. So if you're in the area, make sure you go out there. A lot of good shooters out there. Hopefully, I can get my stuff dialed in. Again, couple out there. Congratulations for you stayed in the win. I ended up in the red. You have a good night. Thank you very much. Believe you're out there for tuning in. I appreciate it. For those actually listening in, hopefully if you have a channel out there, let me know and we can probably do some collab. I wouldn't mind doing a couple collabs out there. So again, this is ABCDice signing off. Happy Mother's Day to those mothers out there. And for those of you who stayed in the green on this crappy ass shooter, you have a great time.